Welcome back to BaldHeaded Metal, guys, and welcome back to another review. This time around, it's to the band Warpath with their album Disharmonic Revelations. Now, you might not know who Warpath is and what they're all about. It's a band that comes out of Germany, and they play thrash metal with kind of punk influences, especially in their later records. And they've kind of been around for a while now. They've been here from 1992. They had a resurgence in 2017, after taking a break. And then they had this album coming out March 4th, and it has to be their best record. If you're into thrash metal, if you're into death metal, black metal, I think there's something special for you here. And it has to be their best album that they've released. The reason I say that is because it's not the most technical album. It's not the most crisp sounding album. It just has this 90s thrash energy, this German thrash energy, like Teutonic thrash, like Sodom or Creator had, especially in their early days. It's just, it can't be replicated by somebody else. It just has that pure aggression that I really like about this band. And they really hit hard with every single song on this album. Some of the ones I really liked were the last one, Disharmonic Revelations. Parasite was really kick-ass, part of my identity. I personally really love Visions and Reality. It's just a band that comes out with a lot of power, and that's how they win you over. I was literally banging my head the whole album through. Every single time I've been listening to it. At this point, this must be the 5th time, and it's not a band that I could say, like, I enjoy their older albums like Massive, Against Everyone, and Kill Your Enemy, but this particular album is just on a different level. And the production really helps as well, because they were never known for really good production. And I'll be honest with you guys, I fell off on their 2017-18 albums. I haven't checked them out. Perhaps after this record, I need to go back and check them out again. But it's a band that's never gotten the limelight. And perhaps, yes, there is better thrash records out there, like the Exodus released last year. But I still think there's something special here and something interesting here and something worth checking out, because we can't just go to the known bands. We can't just go to the things that we know and are comfortable with. We have to step outside ourselves and check out music that brings something different. And I believe that this band does bring that punkish vibe, even something like Suicidal Tendencies in a more aggressive manner. And in general, if we think about it, right, thrash metal and punk have always been intertwined. They're very much like, it's been influenced by punk in many ways. Slayer and Tom Araya talked about that a lot, actually. And I'm very passionate about this album. I think more people need to check them out. I'm going to try my best to get a chance to actually interview these guys and pick their brain about them writing their music. And it does come off very aggressive. And I would say this much, that a lot of new bands want to come out louder, faster, and sometimes they do. But that, I don't know, it's just something like that Rain and Blood or Rust in Peace, Metallica's, for example, Master of Puppets. There was just a that you can't, I've never gotten again with certain bands, because as time progressed, bands grew in technicality and production, so some of that's kind of been stripped away. That just raw power. Something I like about Bolt Thrower as well, which I've included in every single video that I've done, because I've loved Bolt Thrower a lot. Tell me if you get the same feeling that I'm getting with this just raw power that this band is coming with. And at the same time, like, every song hits hard. There was not a boring song on the album. And before I knew it, the album was over. I was actually listening to it during my workout. I had to replay it a couple of times because it was just, I wanted to mosh. I wanted to stand up and start moshing all over, because it just brought those feels back to me. And it seems like we've become very civilized, even in our metal listening. And it's nice to have something that brings you back to that old school era. And I've been actually getting it quite a lot this particular week, with Violence, with Warpath, and even with Covenant, which is very different as well from their style. But just having that kind of rawness bring to the music, and almost like slightly unrefined. I love that about this. And I'm excited to see that Warpath has made their best material in their later part of their career, right? And the fact that they came back strong like that. So I'm all for it, guys. Now I want to hear from you and what you think of this album, what you think of this band, if you've never heard of them. And if you're a fan, obviously let me know as well. Guys, make sure to take care of yourselves, stay safe out there, and most of all, keep it fucking metal.